That's a wrap.
What's groovy? It's your girl Moody, and I'm here as an official nail tech. Yes, I'm so official. All I need is a whistle, girl. I've finished, I've graduated. I am a licensed nail tech in the state of Florida, and I'm here to show you exactly how I put my nail kit together. It was affordable and it was easy, and I was able to use this nail kit not only in school but after I graduated school. I've made plenty of mistakes, and I'm here as your fairy nail godmother to help you get through this journey. Whether you're in school, you're thinking about going to school, or you're just a nail enthusiast who wants your own nail kit at home, I'm going to show you guys how to do it. Stay tuned and let's get right into it. Here's my glorious nail kit. I'm going to go into detail and tell you exactly everything that is in my kit. One thing I want you to keep in mind is I am licensed in the state of Florida, so this kit only applies to the state of Florida. Different states vary with what you are required to have, so make sure you always check first, but usually it's pretty similar. My teacher let us know that our nail kit was not provided with our tuition, so it would be an extra $200, and I immediately immediately no. So the first week of school, I asked my teacher if it was okay if I made my own nail kit, and she provided us with an itemized nail list of everything that was in the $200 nail kit. This is the itemized list. She told us as long as we had everything that was on this list, we would be okay to complete the course, and as long as everything was up to standard, obviously, no unopened, used type goods, everything needed to be within good condition. A lot of the things on this nail list I noticed were from a really cheap brand, and I knew I wanted things in my nail kit that I knew could last and that I could actually use all the time. So the actual case itself is a sewing machine case, and I bought this from Joann's and it was on sale, so it was about $50, which is a lot cheaper than the usual cosmetic makeup trolleys. This is not a full cosmetology kit, just nail specialty. I actually tried to reupholster the top, which is why it looks kind of crazy, but don't mind that. So we're gonna open it up and I'm gonna show you what's inside. I loved how wide this kit was. It allowed me to keep everything organized, and it allowed me to bring a good amount of things. So in these first pockets, I actually kept nail swatches. This was required by our school that we had blank nail swatches. These were great when I wanted to practice designs on my own if I didn't have a partner, and it was great to practice polishing with gel and regular polish. So here's my swatch. They also required us to have 3 practice fingers. I only kept one and opted to also buy my own practice hand. I found that using the practice hand was a lot better than using the practice fingers. These are very small and hard to work on. This allowed me to kind of practice on holding fingers, helped me practice filing. As you can see, it's very well loved because it's pretty beat up. And it helped me to really get the actual feel of how acrylic and things like that should be placed on a finger, because it's more realistic to a finger size than this small guy. So even though I bought a couple of these from the nail supply, I ended up ordering the practice hand off of Amazon, and this helped me a lot in school. This second pouch here, I kept my glue. We were required to bring our own glue, and I kept it in a crayon case. So I had a few different types of glue. These are like the traditional KDS glue. And I also bought a brush-on glue from the dollar store. This brush-on glue provides you to have a little bit more control. And then in here, I also kept glue remover. I kept this in a crayon case so that it would not leak and stick to anything and have a huge problem. Guys, throughout this video, please don't mind my nails. My nails aren't done. Once you're a real nail tech, you will realize your nails almost are never done because you're always taking care of somebody else and doing somebody else's nails. It's pretty sad, but just ignore my nails, by the way. Also in here, I kept my own primer and dehydrator. These 2 items were not required on the kit. All of the liquids my school actually provided. And when I say liquids, I mean nail polish, gel polish, alcohol, acetone, cuticle remover, primer, dehydrator, acrylic. They also provided any of the scrubs for pedicures. All of the liquids the school provided. That was not in your nail kit. That was not required for your nail kit. the school had bulk items of those. But I still liked, and you will see the items I still like to purchase on my own and keep in my own nail kit. I'm gonna point that out to you. So like I said, the primer and dehydrator are not required in the nail kit, but I like to keep my own because there were times when things would run out, and you know, the girls that were relying on the school would be sitting there looking crazy, and I would have my own, so I was able to keep working and not have to worry about things running out. And it's always good to start practicing which brands you're gonna actually like. So trying different brands, seeing what you like will really help you in the real world. When you're out doing nails, you'll know exactly what brands to buy from. So instead of using the school brands, I would always try to buy my own brands. In this big pocket, I kept my large monomer dish. We were only required to have a small dab-in dish for our nail kit, but I loved having this large one with the lid because it was sturdier. I was able to actually hold a lot more monomer in it, and obviously it's so cute. I bought this from the nail supply. I have forms in here, Q-tips, and liquid skin. They required us to have either the septic powder or liquid skin. If you accidentally nipped someone, they required you to have some kind of septic safe or liquid skin or something to kind of stop the bleeding. Obviously, you know, if you do cut somebody, you're supposed to stop the service altogether, but they required us to have that in our kit just so we're familiar with that product. Here in the bottom, I kept my gel lamp. This is actually my second lamp. The first lamp I bought was a plug-in lamp. This is my second lamp. It's Melody Susie, and it's portable. One thing, if I can tell you one bit of advice that is so important and so useful, is please buy all of your appliances portable. This portable light is so much better than any plug-in light because you can take it anywhere. You can use it for manicures, pedicures, wherever you need to go. Sometimes you're not near an outlet. When you get in the real world and you're doing nails, sometimes you'll have a mobile appointment. It could be anything. So always buy your appliances portable. So my UV light, like I said, is portable. It's from Melody Susie. I bought it on sale. It was very affordable, and I actually really like it. As well as my drill, which is also by Melody Susie, and it is also portable. And that helped me out a lot in class because, again, we had drills and we had nail lamps. However, I wanted to have my own. This is not a part of what was required in the nail kit. I wanted my own to be able to use and get comfortable with, so I would not have to keep switching drills if I used a school drill and had one at home. This is what I brought to class and this is what I used, and that helped me a lot. Here I kept all of my tools in these cases. These little implement boxes, what I like to call them, I bought from the dollar store. They're easy to stack. The lid comes on and off, and obviously when I use my implements, I could either clean my implements at school because we had a station where we could clean and disinfect our implements, or I would put them back in this container and this was all dirty, take it home and clean them at home. In here I kept my reusable implements, which were, again, a dap and dish, a nail cutter, scissors, toenail clippers, nail clippers, nippers, cuticle nippers, a gel polish scraper or gel polish remover, and a metal cuticle pusher. These were all of my reusable implements. And like I said, at the end of the day, if I partnered up with someone and I used my implements on a service, I would clean them at school, make sure they were dry and disinfected, and then put them back in this dish and also clean this whole dish as well. Or if they were all dirty, I would just keep this closed, close it up. It's dirty, take it home and make sure I clean it and bring it fresh the next day. I also had a separate container for brushes. These were brushes I used during a service. I really like the long handle ones. They are a lot more ergonomically designed, so your hand and wrist won't hurt from balling it up using these tiny ones. When you're using this, you're balling your hand up. I feel like these are a little painful to use compared to these with a handle. You can clean your client's hands, or you can use these to clean your implements. These are my disposable implements. So in this container, I kept my long files. I also kept my small manicure files in here. After each service, I would throw them away, so I usually kept multiples on me, as well as my pedicure supplies, which I would keep pumice stones, disposable toe separators. All of this obviously would be thrown away and I would restock it. I would usually keep a big container at home and then just put stuff in as I needed it. I also carried this because this was also required in our kit. We were required to learn how to use obviously the disposable pumice stones, but we also used these at school, and we would actually wash them off and disinfect them and reuse them for a service. We wouldn't throw them away. I also kept a few additional scrubs. Like I said, my school provided the scrubs, but I bought this 4-pack of Pedi Tray. It comes with a soak, a scrub, a mask, and a lotion. I bought this from the nail supply, and this one I bought from Walmart. I like to keep these just in my kit just in case, like I said, I wanted to do a service using my own products, or I wanted to do a service outside of school. I like to have my own products on hand, so I usually kept those along in my kit on the side. I also bought these 2 trays from the Dollar Tree, and these are also disposable implements or disposable tools. I kept my buffers, my lint-free wipes, and my acetone pads in here, as well as all of my sanding bands, fine grit, medium grit, and coarse grit. Along with my drill, I kept all of my drill bits in this drill bit case I actually purchased from Shein. We were required to have a soak-off tray and a manicure bowl that could also be used as a soak-off tray, so I had 2 of these to soak off any acrylic or nail enhancements, and I use these for my basic manicures. Here I kept all of my liquids, which were acetone, cuticle remover, cuticle oil, nail dehydrator, and monomer. I actually kept my monomer in this bottle because I felt like it reduced the smell compared to the plastic bottles they came in. And again, all of my school had all of these liquids, but I like to keep them on my own. In this pencil holder, I kept all of my nail art brushes, my wax stick, my dotting tool, and my cleanup brush. This is probably the most important brush I had in my kit, the cleanup brush, because when you're learning to paint regular polish and gel polish, it is pretty difficult until you get the hang of it. So the cleanup brush really saved me a lot of time. So I loved this cleanup brush that I had, and I kept all my brushes in this pencil holder. In the back here, I kept 2 pouches. One pouch kept my fiberglass resin system. So we use this for any nail repairs or nail cracks. We were required to have this fiberglass resin system. So I usually just kept it in this bag because it came with fiberglass or silk, so I kept it all together. Here is my design bag, I want to call it. Any foils, stickers, gems, all of that nail art stuff I kept in this bag. Like I said, it keeps everything organized. You want to keep everything together, like all the nail art together, all the tools together, all the brushes together. Everything I like to put in separate containers and keep together, because there were days where we would only focus on nail art. So I was able to pull this out and keep everything in my kit, or there would be days we'd only focus on nail repairs. So I can just pull this out and not have to like shuffle through my kit and keep everything out on the table. So I like these little bags that I got from the dollar store, and I would put all of my nail art in here. I'm gonna keep that at the back of my bag. We also were required to have clear nail tips and natural nail tips. So both of these nail tips I would keep in my kit for acrylic. And then speaking of acrylic, I would keep all of my powders in this large slide out drawer that I actually purchased from Target. It was like $5. And I absolutely love this drawer because it holds a good amount of acrylic powder, and if anything spills, it's easy to clean up. In here, I kept some of my favorite acrylic powders. Like I said, at school we mostly used Tammy Taylor, but I did want to start learning which acrylic I liked best and which acrylic was affordable to me. Glam & Glitz was the first acrylic powder that I purchased, and it was recommended to me, but it is not beginner friendly. It is so runny, I do not recommend it. I actually ended up purchasing Knot Polish from My Nail Supply. Love this acrylic, really great for beginners because you can really work with the product. And if you do not have it in your nail supply, you can order it online. Young Nails is also in many nail supplies. It's a pretty new brand, really good. I like their clear acrylic, so I bought that. And then I also bought this off of TikTok from a a nail supply that's in Texas called Dynamic Nail Supply. I absolutely love their acrylic powder. So I usually kept my own clear, pink, and nude inside of this case. So like I said, if I wanted to use this at school, I could, or if I wanted to practice outside of school, I have my own powders with me, and I was able to really play around with these powders. I also have some dip powder in here. This is the Beetles dip powder, just in case when I was practicing dip nails. And I also have 2 colored acrylics. And I like using a colored acrylic when I'm doing fill-ins or acrylic art, because you can see what you're doing compared to just using a white or a nude. I liked having those, and I kept it in this case. And this will go at the bottom of my bag. In this front zipper, I kept all of my safety items that we were required to have. My goggles that I bought from the dollar store, my safety goggles. I put these on when I was drilling. It's very important so you keep the dust out of your eyes, especially if you're a contact lens wearer, which I am. So I bought these from the dollar store, very cheap. Bought these pack of disposable masks from the dollar store. I also kept my gloves here. I use nitrile gloves that I purchased off of Amazon. Latex gloves, sometimes you don't know if someone's allergic to latex, so I always go with nitrile, and they're pretty sturdy, and I really liked this brand. And then I also have a mini portable fan. If I was doing a regular manicure, I would keep this on my desk if I didn't want to walk to the nail dryer at my school, and I just like to have this. You never know when it's a little toasty in class. The side here, in this pocket, I actually kept kind of my disinfectant stuff. So this was my dirty brush kind of container, or dirty implement container. It's a mini trash can, and anytime I had dirty tools, I would put them in here if I didn't want them kind of touching any of the other things that I had in my kit. I also kept a spray hand sanitizer and a disinfectant spray to disinfect my area or my desk. And then the last item I have over here are my soak off clips. So whenever I was doing a soak off for gel polish, or if I was doing acrylic soak off and I didn't want to soak them in acetone, I would put these clips on their hands with cotton and acetone. And then again, when I finished washing them and disinfecting them, I would dry them and put them in this container here and keep this in my kit. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys found this helpful. I will have plenty more videos in this series to help you guys on your nail journey, help you get through school. Like I said, been there, done that, and I want you guys to have a successful nail journey. It is a very rewarding experience, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.